Welcome to the first annual Joce and Belle Oscar show. I'm your host, Joce.
And I'm your host, Belle.
Today, the Oscars are one of Hollywood's most glamorous nights.
You have fashion, you have prestige, you have talent. You got old Hollywood mixing with new Hollywood.
Everything you could ask for if you love the glitz and the glam of movies and its stars.
The 94th Academy Awards debuts Sunday, March 27th at the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles. It will be hosted by
Wanda Sykes,
Regina Hall, and Amy Schumer.
We're going to review the 5 biggest categories: Best Leading Actor and Actress, Best Supporting Actor and Actress, and the Best Picture. And a few bonus categories: Costume Design, Directing, and Best Original Song.
Enough of the fluff. Let's get into the show. All right, let's talk about costume design. Interestingly, all these films do not happen in modern day real life. So they're all period pieces, or in Dune's case, sci-fi, which I think helps them, get nominated. They were original. And in the case of Cyrano, really beautiful. Mm-hmm. But the film that stood out to me the most for costuming was Cruella. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's going to win the award because to me it was more fun and experimentation with costuming, but not in like a artsy Academy Award way. Yeah. To me it was just fun and entertaining to watch. Mm-hmm. But what was really cool is lately I've been seeing a lot of resurgence of this 60s punk fashion in streetwear and different trends that are coming up, and Cruella really encapsulated that too, and I thought it was so interesting. And obviously the main character is a fashion designer, so there was a lot of play and fun in her own personal style, which was really fun to watch on screen. So the nominees for Best Original Song are, compared to the other songs, I don't think No Time to Die should win. It was just made.
I wanted to do this because Beyonce. She's the queen of everything. She's my queen. I love her. She can do no wrong, right?
Of course.
And Be Alive, the lyrics, the song, and the story of King Richard, it just enhances it. It fits it. It fits with the Williams sister story. It fits with King Richard. But then as I was running through these and I was understanding more how the song fit into the scenes, I think I'm going to have to go with Dos Oruguitas from Encanto. Music and lyrics by Lin-Manuel Miranda. He knows how to write a song. Yeah. He knows how to pull that emotion from you. He knows where to put it. And just all around a good song. I hope it wins. I think the Academy might choose it. Beyonce, I love you. And I loved your song. And it was very hard and my heart's broken. I would choose you, but I gotta go with Encanto this time.
Next category, Best Actor in a Supporting Role.
As we run through these, supporting actor and actress, I notice, have been extremely hard for me to judge. Because it's hard to see how much they support or how much they have in moving the story along. So it's very difficult in choosing these for me personally. But I will say, The Power of the Dog, I don't think the supporting I didn't like that movie, and then I don't think the supporting characters move the story along in any type of way. So you can already knock out Jesse and then Cody as well.
So who do you think will win?
I'm gonna go with Troy Kotsur. He also, I think the Academy is going to choose him. I think I would choose him as well because I liked Coda the movie out of all of these films. The story I liked better, and I feel like him as a supporting actor in that film actually moved the story along, and he did have a supportive, prominent role in the film.
Best Actress in a Supporting Role. Just starting with Ariana DeBose and her performance. One, I think West Side Story is a film that's gonna have a good chance at winning a lot of Academy Awards. She portrayed really well these intense emotions like grief and anger, but also love for her sister and her family. Yeah. I'm getting chills talking about it. I think her performance was outstanding. And obviously she's a super talented dancer and singer. Just really great all around.
Yeah, I think the Academy's going to give the Oscar to her. My personal favorite would be Ingenue Ellis and King Richard. The story, her supporting her daughters as well as Will Smith in this film, the leading actor in a film.
Right off the top, this seems like a more diverse group of leading actors than we've had in the past, so maybe a good sign.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I already have 2 that I think the Academy would consider and that are also in my top 2 to be the winner of this Oscar. Andrew Garfield, and then Will Smith.
I have to agree with you. I think Andrew Garfield did an amazing job in Tick, Tick, Boom. Literally the first shot when he appears on screen, I was like, this is it. He's the leading actor, like, immediately. It's just sometimes you watch a film and you get a feeling. You get the feeling of like, this is going to strike me in my heart. And it did. And it was his performance. He was amazing.
Yes. The story and the acting and the music, of course, helped support him in that. But him as an actor portraying Jonathan Larson, one of the most, I'm getting chills right now, one of the most beautiful portrayals.
It is a movie and a performance, I think, as well, that will be taken seriously by the Academy. So I think it has a good chance of, I think he has a good chance of winning as well.
Will Smith in King Richard, he's swept with the BAFTAs, with the SAG Awards, and the heart and soul and the story of King Richard, you can't deny. It's going to be really hard. My personal choice, who I hope wins, this was really hard though, because Andrew Garfield did a phenomenal job, but I have to give it to Will Smith. My Oscar goes to Will Smith, and I think the Academy is going to give the Oscar to Will Smith as well.
I'm going to go with Andrew Garfield.
Actress in a leading role.
I have a top two.
Okay.
Penelope Cruz and Case 2.
Really?
Yeah. Out of my top two, I think the Academy will favor Penelope Cruz, just because that film has more of a Academy Award feel, for lack of a better term. But I personally hope Kristen Stewart wins. I think she did an amazing job. I grew up on Twilight, that's how I knew Kristen Stewart, right? Whatever. So it's always kind of hard to pull her out of that image in my head. In Spencer, she completely transformed herself. She was an anxious, hyper-analyzed, bulimic Diana. Like, I believed her as Diana. I thought the performance was outstanding.
I couldn't disagree with you more.
No way.
Those were not my top two. Penelope Cruz gave a strong performance in Parallel Mothers. That movie I liked. It kind of confused me a bit, but it was a good movie. Kristen Stewart, Spencer, I feel like the film was hard for me to digest, like to understand. Again, I'm having issues understanding it, like it's psychological, so that aspect of it I was trying to digest as well, and just didn't put off a strong performance for me for that.
But maybe that was the point of the film, and Kristen's performance was so good that it left you unsettled and confused.
I can see that. I won't choose her. Also because she's not British, playing Diana.
Okay, fair.
I'm not British either, but... My top two that I'm trying to waffle back and forth between is Jessica Chastain in The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and then Nicole Kidman in Being the Ricardos. Both strong performances, both strong actresses. I'm going to say Nicole Kidman in Being the Ricardos. She just drew me in. She commanded the screen, and she did an amazing job in that role, in that story as well. For the big one, Best Picture.
When I first heard that Nightmare Alley was nominated for Best Picture, I was like, absolutely not.
Okay.
It does not deserve Best Picture. Don't get me wrong. I personally enjoyed the film. I thought it was a good movie overall. But compared to these other movies, I don't think it stands a chance.
Yeah. I can also scratch off Don't Look Up and Power of the Dog. Don't Look Up and Nightmare Alley are kind of the same. They were okay, good movies, but like not Best Picture. Power of the Dog, cinematography, beautiful. This movie, I did not like Power of the Dog. I hope it does not win any awards. It just was slow. It was confusing. Again, I'm very confused.
I agree. I don't think Don't Look Up will win. It was, an okay film. I think it got a certain point across that the filmmaker wanted to get across, but that was the point of the movie, the save the planet kind of message that he was giving, not necessarily to be the best film. Right. Now, two films that I think have a good chance of winning this category are Dune and West Side Story. West Side Story obviously has the Steven Spielberg factor, obviously gives it a little bit of a leg up. I think Dune has a really good casting. Cinematography was gorgeous. The music was really interesting. I really personally enjoyed Dune, but now that I'm thinking about it some more, like, what are the odds of a sci-fi series winning Best Picture? It's the first in a series. It's not a standalone film. It's sci-fi, which is usually like a genre film that don't usually do well at the Academy Awards. Now I'm thinking about it, maybe it has less of a chance, even though it was visually beautiful and entertaining.
2 films, Coda and King Richard. I personally like them, but I don't think they're gonna win Best Picture. They just didn't have that extra it factor to push it over the edge. They were great films. So Belfast and Drive My Car, great films. Chills all the way through Belfast. Drive My Car kept me on my toes. I was intrigued the entire time. It was an extremely long movie, but given this day and age when we're so oversaturated with films that we already know the ending to, and we already know the rise and the arc, we know what's going to happen, it just has a little bit of nuances. Drive My Car was out there. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know where the story was going to lead, but it was a great film and it kept me engaged. And then Belfast was a heartwarming, heart-wrenching film that was just beautifully portrayed, the music and then the black and white aspect. So those are my top 2 for the Academy, and as for myself as well.
The film that I hope wins Best Picture, and I think it has a pretty good chance of winning as well, is Licorice Pizza. It was my favorite film of the year. You disagree?
I 100% disagree. I hated this movie. I was trying to when was this movie gonna end? I wish I could watch it at 1.5 speed so I didn't have to listen to these stupid people and this stupid plot line didn't go anywhere.
Oh my god.
No.
I think overall it was Best Picture. One, Paul Thomas Anderson has a really unique style in terms of direction and what the film felt like. It really captured those lazy days of childhood summer. Of coming of age, growing up, just the way that it was shot and lit and scored just felt like that. I think he did a really good job conveying that feeling. But even more importantly, I think he drew out the most amazing performances from the 2 stars. I think it had a lot of room for analysis and interpretation in terms of gender roles and power dynamics, and it was just a really good movie all around. I can't believe we disagree so strongly.
I can't because you like weird movies.
It wasn't weird.
The only aspect I liked of that movie is I didn't know it was going to happen. So your Oscar for Best Picture, and you think the Academy's going to go with?
I don't think the #1 pick for the Academy is Licorice Pizza, but I think it has a shot.
And that's a wrap on the first annual Oscars Awards show with Joce and Belle.
Now's the time to place your bets on who's going to win Best Picture, Best Leading Actor and Actress, and Best Supporting Actor and Actress. Let us know in the comments below who you think the Academy snubbed this year and who you want to win. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
We'll see you next Tuesday.